225 days ago, I was tired of feeling hungry all the time while trying to lose weight. So I made one simple decision: walk 10,000 steps every day. No high intensity cardio, no crazy diets, just walking. And I haven't missed a single day since. And honestly, it changed everything. Not just my body, but also my mind, my energy, my entire approach to weight loss. I lost 30 pounds, and this is exactly how it happened and how you can do it too. Before this streak started, I was stuck in the same cycle most people are. I tried to lose weight by cutting calories hard, and then I would burn out within weeks. I'd lose a few pounds and gain a lot more back, and I'd feel like I was failing over and over again. But here's the thing, I never even got to the workout part. Everyone talks about doing intense cardio or brutal high intensity interval training sessions or something like that, but I couldn't even convince myself to start those. They are hard. They suck, and honestly, I was too lazy to even try. I would see these fitness influencers doing insane workouts, drenched in sweat, looking like they were about to die, and I'd think, yeah, that's not gonna happen. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. And the worst part, I was always hungry, constantly thinking about food, and I knew if I added brutal workouts on top of that, I would just quit faster. So I was stuck and I wanted to lose weight, but I wasn't willing to really do the hard stuff everyone said I had to do. And that made me feel like a failure before I even started. But then I asked myself one crucial question. What's this one thing I could do every single day that doesn't require me to be a superhero? Something so simple that even on my laziest day, I couldn't make excuses. That's when I decided 10,000 steps every single day. But here's where I made it different from every other fitness goal that I ever set for myself. I made this one non-negotiable, and I mean that literally. I decided I would walk first thing in the morning, even if that meant waking up earlier. Not when I have time, not when I finish everything else, and definitely not if I feel like it. First thing, before emails, before exercises, before lunch, before anything else really could get in the way, I would wake up and I would just walk. And here's why that was so crucial. Even on the days that became absolute chaos, like appointments running late, unexpected emergencies, life just throwing curveballs, my steps were already done. By the time most people were starting their day, I would already hit my 10,000 steps. And that feeling was unbeatable to me. It meant no matter what happened the rest of the day, I'd already won, and I'd already done the thing I committed to. Plus, and this one was huge for me, it meant I could eat more. Walking 10,000 steps burns around 300 calories at the minimum, depending on your weight and pace, and that's not nothing, that's a solid meal. That's the difference between feeling deprived and feeling satisfied. So I wasn't just walking for weight loss, I was walking so I could actually enjoy food without guilt, and that was real motivation. Now, I knew myself well enough to know that if I left any room at all for excuses, that I would find them. So I weatherproofed my entire system. I bought a walking pad, one of those under-desk treadmills, and it costed me around 200 bucks. But it was the best investment I ever made, because now rain, snow, freezing cold, scorching heat, it didn't matter anymore. I could just simply walk at home. And here's where it gets even better. Walking at home meant I could multitask. I could read forums and blogs, I could watch series or movies that everyone was talking about that I didn't watch yet, that I'd been meaning to catch up on, and all that stuff that normally just eats up time in my day. I was doing it now while getting my steps in. Suddenly walking wasn't taking time away from my day, it was adding value to my day. I was getting healthier and being productive at the same time. Who would have ever guessed that I can do something like that? Some mornings I would walk outside if the weather was nice. Other mornings I'd hop on the walking pad and throw on a podcast or a show, and then I just get my steps in before 7 a.m. And because I made it so easy, so convenient, so integrated into my routine, there was no excuse not to do it. You have to remove every possible barrier. Every what-if scenario needs a solution before it becomes a problem. Alright, let's talk about what actually happened to my body over 225 days. I have walked over 2.2 million steps, and that's burned roughly 67,000 extra calories, Or if you want a visual, that's about 160 burgers or 268 donuts that I didn't have to worry about. But here's what's more important than the numbers. I lost fat without feeling like I was starving myself. Because here's the thing about walking, it doesn't make you hungry like all the other intense cardio does. When you do high intensity interval trainings or hard running sessions, your body goes into this I need food now mode and your appetite just spikes and you're exhausted and you overeat to compensate. But walking doesn't do that. It's gentle enough that your body doesn't freak out and demands a feast afterwards. You're just moving, burning calories steadily without triggering that crazy hunger response. My body composition changed. I got leaner. My legs got stronger, like noticeably stronger, and I didn't lose the muscle that I'd built from calisthenics. Walking became the perfect complement to my strength training now, and it burned fat without interfering with my recovery. Over 225 days, my waist got a lot smaller, my face got leaner, my energy went up, and none of it felt like torture. It felt normal, like this is just what I do now. The physical changes weren't even the biggest win for me personally. Walking 10,000 steps every day changed my mindset in ways I didn't expect. First, it taught me what real commitment looks like, not motivation or anything like that, actual commitment. Because here's the truth about me, I did not feel motivated on some days, especially in the beginning, but I did it anyway. Rain, tired, busy, it didn't matter. I said I would do it, so I did it. And that built something in me that I didn't have before, the ability to follow through, to not negotiate with myself, to finally stop making excuses all the time. Before this, I was the king of I'll start Monday or I'll do it tomorrow or I'm too tired today. All of this nonsense that you are telling yourself to just not do the thing that you tell yourself you wanted to do. But with this streak, there was no tomorrow. There was only today. And today I walk 10,000 steps, period. That mindset shift spilled over to everything else in my life too. My goals, my content creation, my relationships. When I say I'm going to do something now, I actually do it. Because I proved to myself over 225 days that I can. It gave me mental clarity. Walking became my thinking time. No distractions, just me, my thoughts and the road when I walked outside, or me, a series and the walking pad when I was inside. I solved problems during those walks. I planned videos thinking about if and how I could help thousands of people. I processed emotions, I worked through challenges, and it became my daily reset button now. A time when my brain could actually breathe instead of being constantly overstimulated. And this is huge for me. It broke the all or nothing mindset that had sabotaged me for years. Before, if I missed a workout or ate too much, I would think, well, I already messed up today, might as well give up. And that was my pattern. One slip up meant total collapse and failure. But with walking now, there's no messing up. You either hit your steps or you don't. And if you don't, you just do it tomorrow. There's no trauma, no guilt spirals. There's no throwing away weeks of progress because of one bad day. And that removed so much mental weight from me. It made weight loss now feel less like a battle and more like a lifestyle, less like punishment and way more like just what I do. Now here are the things I didn't see coming, the side effects that honestly might be even better than the weight loss. My sleep improved dramatically. I fall asleep faster. I sleep deeper. I wake up feeling actually rested, and walking 10,000 steps, especially in the morning, seems to regulate your rhythm. It tells your body like, hey, we are active during the day, time to rest at night. And that's a game changer for me. My digestion got way better already. Walking helps moving things along, if you know what I mean. Less bloating, less discomfort, just better gut health overall. Healing things that took years to build up is slow, but walking definitely speeds things up for me. My mood stabilized, and this is huge. I'm less irritable, less anxious, way more relaxed now, and walking releases endorphins without the crash that comes from intense exercises. I explored a lot more. When I walked outside, I found new routes, new places, and suddenly my world felt so much bigger. walking became this adventure and it wasn't a chore anymore. My productivity went up and not down. You would think spending around 90 minutes walking every day would kill my productivity, but the opposite happened because I was multitasking on the walking pad and because the mental clarity from walking made me sharper the rest of the day. I actually got more done. These weren't things I was chasing, they just happened as a side effect of showing up every day. Because here's what I learned. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you teach yourself that your word doesn't matter anything, you teach yourself that you are not reliable and that you cannot be trusted, even by yourself. And that destroys confidence, that destroys your self-respect, that destroys momentum, that keeps you stuck in the same cycle forever. So when I personally say 10,000 steps every day, then I mean it. There's no negotiation, there's no I'm too tired, and there's definitely no I'll do extra tomorrow. If I wake up and it's pouring rain, then I go to the walking pad. If I'm traveling, I walk in the hotel. If I'm sick, I walk slower, but I still walk. And if I'm super exhausted, I walk anyways. Because the commitment isn't about the steps, it's about becoming the type of person who does what they say they are going to do. Now, does that mean you have to be that rigid? No, of course not. Some people do better with flexibility. Maybe you will hit 9,000 steps one day and then 11,000 steps the next day. And that is fine as long as it works for you. But for me, I know myself, and if I give myself the wiggle room, I'll take it. And then I'll take more. And before I know it, the streak is broken and I'm back to square one. So I personally don't give myself that option. 10,000 steps every day, that's who I am now. And honestly, after 225 days, it's not even hard anymore. It's just what I do and it's part of my identity. I am someone who walks 10,000 steps every day. That's non-negotiable. So if you're thinking about starting your own streak, here's exactly how to set yourself up for success. Decide your number and make it non-negotiable. Maybe it's 5,000 steps, maybe it's 7,000, maybe 10,000 like me. Pick a number that challenges you but doesn't feel impossible. Then commit to it like your life depends on it. Do it first thing. This is the biggest game changer. Don't wait until you have time later. Do it in the morning before anything else can derail you, before your work, before emails, before life happens. Get it done when your willpower is the strongest. Remove every barrier. If you have bad weather, then just get a walking pad or find an indoor space. If it is too dark, get a headlamp or walk inside. If your life is too busy, then just wake up earlier. Every excuse you can think of, solve it in advance. Track it religiously. Get a fitness tracker, use your phone, whatever, but you need to see the number in real time. What gets measured gets managed. And here's the truth, you don't need to be as rigid as me. If flexibility works better for your personality, then just do that. Hit 9,000 steps one day and 11,000 steps the next day. Average it out over the week or something like that. But if you are like me and if you know that giving yourself wiggle room means you will eventually quit, then make it a non-negotiable. Pick your number, hit it every single day without any exceptions. The method doesn't matter as much as the commitment. Find what works for you and stick to it. 225 days, more than 2.2 million steps. And honestly, I'm just getting started. This wasn't about proving anything to anyone else. It was about proving something to myself, that I could show up day after day, no matter what, and that I could make a commitment and actually keep it. That I could become this type of person who does what they say they are going to do. And if I can do that with walking, I can do this with anything. And that's the real power of this streak. Now, walking was just one part of my journey. There's a whole story behind how I went from where I was to where I am right now. The struggles, the mindset shifts, the other habits that came together. It's not a how-to guide, it's just my honest story of what actually happened. If you want to hear the full transformation story, the real unfiltered version, I made a video about it and I'll link it up here somewhere in any moment now and also in the description down below. It's the bigger picture of everything that led to this 225-day walking streak and 30 pounds lost in 9 months. So here's my challenge to you. Start your streak today. not Monday, not next month. Pick your number like 5,000, 7,000, 10,000 steps, doesn't really matter, and commit to hitting it every single day for the next 30 days. Track it, share it, subscribe to the channel, and let people know you start in the comments today. Hold yourself accountable and watch what happens next. Not just to your body, but to your mind, to your confidence, to your ability to follow through on the things that really matter, because the steps, they are just the beginning. The real transformation is who you become along the way. I believe in you, and now go walk.